Good evening. We are going late night live, everyone. Surprise, sprinkle, sprinkle. I just got done going live for the Patreon, so now we're going live on this channel. How are you? How was your New Year's? How was your holiday season? Y'all hit the like button as you get up in here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We're going to answer the question today, what is a real woman? Since so many people want to describe what a real woman is. Oh my goodness, I lost my page. Oh. Well, I saw the answer, but I wrote this book, so it doesn't matter. It's all in my head. A real woman is a woman that doesn't take any BS, knows what she wants, and is not afraid to express those wants, needs, desires, and feelings to whatever man she chooses to allow in her life. That's a real woman. She's not afraid to be selfish. She's not afraid to put herself first. She's also not afraid to step up and let people know what it is she wants. That's a real woman, someone that knows what they want. And it doesn't mean what they want is good or bad. It just means they know. Therefore, they're going to take steps in order for, them to receive what it is they want. And when someone says, what's a real woman? It doesn't matter if she represents a real woman to a man. She represents a real woman to herself. Now, a lot of men will say, well, a real woman will cook, clean. No, that's a real maid. Okay. That's a real maid. And seldom do we see the occupations and the services of what a male provider is supposed to provide versus what a woman is supposed to provide. So when someone says, "Oh, I have a real man, I have a provider, I have this, I have that," it has nothing to do with being a maid, a cook, or like some type of sex slave. It has nothing to do with any of that. But then when it comes to what a real woman is, oh, you got to be some domestic, worker in order to be considered a real woman. No. Back in the old days, a lot of people had, servants, maids, cooks, workers, and things like that. That has nothing to do with being a wife. So men have created the term real woman as being some type of domestic slave, or they even changed it into domestic goddess. You can't be a domestic goddess. You either a goddess or you domestic. Choose one. Period. It's nice, okay, if you love your home and you like to cook and clean, that's different. But if someone is telling you that you have to do something, or I'm not going to do this, or you have to do this, or I'm not going to do that, or this is all your value is, and this is all your worth. And if they ask you a dumb question like, what do you bring to the table? You're not going to lead with, I cook and I clean. You're going to lead with, aren't you brave enough to find out? Nothing. Okay. I bring to the table myself, and if that's not enough for you, then oh well. I'll bring another man. Maybe that'll be enough. And he could provide, since you can't. So a lot of times women have, y'all can get this book. It's linked at the top with all my other books. I bring nothing to the table. There's a lot of question answers in this book, scenarios, things, questions most people ask, pick me's, men, how do you justify what it is that you're doing, with this level up journey, all the questions and answers that one could possibly ask. I tried to put most of them in a book. Here's a funny question. What if a man does not have a lot of money, but he really tries to give you all he can from his salary, but he's not rich? then he is always going to be trying and no one will ever be happy, was the answer. So if you're not satisfied with what he's doing for you, you're never going to be satisfied. Just know that. And here's the worst one I could ever be asked. In these present times, should a woman go half in a relationship? I'm going to show y'all what I wrote. Or I'm going to read to y'all what I wrote. Turn for the better angle. Logically speaking, if I go half, then somebody else can get the other half of me. I would not be an exclusive woman to any man that is asking me for money. It will be an open relationship, and whatever half I'm paying will probably be someone else's money and not mine. If a man wants you to go half with him financially, you better be allowed to date other men. A lot of women are stuck in these dusty situations and they're mad because they messed up and now they see their mistake. There really isn't anything that can be fixed about this except to start new with someone else or to gradually give him your bills. A dusty is a broke man who needs a woman's financial help on dates, living expenses, and more. He has no ambition and no money. A lot of ladies neglected to look to their future and consider the lifestyle they wanted. They allowed temporary emotions, such as infatuation, to lead them to the lifestyle that they don't want anymore. Women need to date multiple men. If your man can't handle 100% of the bills, then you need another one. He is not enough. Ooh. Y'all better get this book. And I feel like a lot of women will agree with this. And if you are new to this channel, there is a glossary of terms in the front. Pygmisha, SD, which is sugar daddy. Bob the Builder chick. Dusty, POT, or potential sugar daddy. Bonetta, a woman who wears her sleeping bonnet and pajamas in public. Ratchetta, a ratchet chick who has no manners and very trashy in the way she walks, talks, dresses, and thinks. She usually never gets a second date. And typical hood chick, Sharkeisha. So we have a little glossary of terms in there because I reference them in the book. And so I don't want people to be like, what is she talking about? So that's why I have the glossary of terms in the front. I wrote this book years ago. So you might have seen it floating around Amazon. If y'all haven't bought it yet, it is highly suggested and one of my bestsellers. So y'all go ahead and get this book. You will not regret it. It takes you to every situation, and it's like having me at your fingertips. Okay. Okay. Did you define MGTOW? They weren't invented when I wrote this book. I think they may have risen as a result. This was written in 2019. So I don't know where they were, what they were doing. Maybe they were gathering. But this book was written in 2019, and that term wasn't very popular back then. And if it was, I was not aware of it. So I don't know. Okay. That's just okay, so a real woman is someone who understands themselves, knows what they want, doesn't doubt themselves, and not afraid to make it known what they represent, what they're about, and what they want. So a real man will appreciate that because it saves time, energy, and a lot of confusion. Like if anyone knows me, approaches me, or says, they already know what I'm about because I've said it 1,000 million times. They already know what I'm about. There's no confusion there, right? And a lot of people are, accepting of that, and some are not. And so that's why I say a real woman is going to be straightforward and to what she wants. And I think a lot of people don't realize this. It doesn't make you less of a woman to know what you want. In fact, it makes you more of a woman. If you don't want no dusty, if you don't want to split bills, then you don't want to do it. If you don't want to settle for less, then you don't want to do it. That's pretty much it. Okay. Hi, Shira. You had dated older and they have wined and dined me, but it's a 34-year-old who wants to lock me down and he is the provider. He is a provider. I'm scared of the young ones. Girl, sprinkle. Is he trying to marry you? Because that's what lockdown mean to me. Is he trying to put a ring on it? Okay, I'm gonna need to be like with somebody that young. You're gonna need to get married or a wedding ring because men that young do not commit. They make false commitments to get what they want until the next best thing comes along. So, from a young one, you're going to need that ring. Or you're going to let him spend, but you're not going to be 100% committed to him. He don't have to know that. He could think you the most faithful person ever. But you still need to be dating on the side because he's too young. Unless he gives you that ring and takes your bills and pays them all and you don't have to work anymore, then unless you want to, or he gives you the startup money for your business or whatnot, I'm not, sign up, get the wedding ring, get the marriage license. But after that, you're not off the market. You're not taken till you're married. You're still single technically. So a lot of young guys will play around to play house and not give you the ring. Get the ring. And at least if he breaks up with you, you got the ring as a parting gift. Don't give it back. Okay, make sure the ring is real. Like after he gives you the ring, go get it appraised. Because some of them will come up with a Walmart ring. Go rush to get that ring right appraised, and that way you know if he's serious or not. Okay. And someone's asking me about kids. If you're dating a man with older kids or kids that are nearly grown, I don't think it's a problem. If they're young kids, it could be an issue. Sure, yeah. If I'm not messing with nobody with young kids. Like if I were to do it over again, um, like if I had met someone with younger kids, I wouldn't be dealing with them. Like you still got to change diapers, and if they still in elementary school and whatnot, I'm not dealing with you. Okay. Honestly, as a man, because that's all your money's gonna go, and you're probably gonna still try to sleep with your baby mom. All right. That's how I feel. I think when the child is old enough to know that the dad has left for selfish reasons or whatever reason that he left, they're less likely to be more dependent except for money and then, things like that. So it's not going to be as big of a deal. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everyone. So a lot of ladies, they keep asking me about femininity or dark feminine energy. Like all feminine energy is dark. Okay. Y'all keep saying light and dark. It's all dark, baby. If you're feminine, you're dark, period. Dark energy, feminine energy, same thing. That's it. Okay. We receive, we're the wombs, we are the darkness, we are the moon, then there's the sun. There is no this or that. It's from the beginning of time, it's been this way. So when y'all ask me silly questions, sometimes I don't answer, it's because it's a silly question to me. And there's no light and dark feminine. There's only dark feminine because that's what we are. We're the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang sign, the dark will be the feminine, okay? Think about it. If you were to be day or night, which one would you be? Night. It's more mysterious, alluring, peaceful, tricky. This is feminine, period. What are my 2023 resolutions? Not to make any resolutions. I don't make resolutions because that means I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do all year. And I'm always doing what I gotta do every day. So I don't need to make resolutions. I basically just say I'm just gonna get better every day. Okay. How do you become sexually intimate with a guy with money if he wants to marry you but you're not attracted to him? Get the money first. Make sure you're on direct deposit. Make sure you don't work anymore, or you're not trying to work anymore and he's paying all them bills. You got shopping money. You feel secure with him. Then you go get yourself some tequila. Y'all have a few drinks. Turn off the lights. Close your eyes. Pretend it's somebody else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. All right. Girl, get it as dark as you can and pretend it's another person. There you go. It's helpful if he has the same name as someone that you are attracted to. You know. You said wine does it every time. Whatever your drink is, go for it. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta get drunk and go for it. Now. How to remain feminine while having a masculine job. You have to wear boots and helmet. Honestly, when you're at work, you're at work. Wear some makeup, get your hair, make sure you smell good and stuff like that. And then when you get off, go immediately and change into something feminine. But everything else should be feminine. Maybe get you some more feminine colors and things like that. So, men do it all the time to have a place to live. They are with unattractive women who are not their type just so that they can have a place to live and, a car note paid. Men do it all the time. I don't see why women can't do it. Y'all have seen those men out and about with the woman that they cheating on 100%, but they still out in public with them, letting them pay. That's the same way. You just don't look at their face. Think about somebody else that you really want, because men do it all the time. Don't they? I mean, look at their baby mamas, most of them. That's what they did with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find men who will give you the world exists. Don't limit yourself. Yeah, like that's great, but I'm not gonna sit here and look for them or wait for them. That's the mentality that a lot of women need to have. Like, if I believed that, I'd still be single. Because I'd be looking forward and waiting on it, girl, and I ain't gonna do that. But that's my take on it. I'm not getting ready to put in too much work and wait too long. I need what I need now. I need to start living my life now. I'm not trying to wait for cute and fine to have the fairy tale. I'm gonna make the fairy tale. And because men aren't gonna be around that much anyway. They're gonna be too busy working. You ain't gonna see them 24 hours a day anyway. So why do they need to be fine? Their bank account need to look good, but that's about it. If I see you, if you come home every day and I see you for 20 minutes or an hour before you plop down in front of the TV and watch whatever sports or go to sleep or whatever, that's not enough for me. I'm gonna need some money. So I feel like looks are not very high on the chart unless that's a priority for you. But I feel like the older you get as a woman, the less it's going to be a priority because it doesn't matter. You're going to see most successful women, they're not married to fine men, and when they are, it's a problem. Okay, y'all see all these celebrities who went out there and tried to have them a fine husband. What happened? Um, y'all go ahead. Okay, y'all make plans for husband number two after you make plans for husband number one, if that's what you're gonna do. Or you can just get one that's gonna do what you need him to do for life. There you go. All right. You said the Nicole Murphy situation gags you every time. She can be fine to me and ugly to the rest of my type is old and sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you, sir. If we can't do the same with women, shaking my head, but we can't do the same with women. What? Your aunt and her husband built a great life, both fine individuals, but very miserable together, which sucks. Sure, do you believe that the right guy comes when you least expect it, or should we be intentional and go find out? I don't believe in the right guy. I'm telling y'all, I believe in myself and what it is that I want at that time. That's what I'm going to attract. What I want today, what I want right now. Do I need somebody to pay these bills? Got that already. Do I need this? Then that's what I'm going to make. So, so many people walk around thinking that there's one per. What if they get hit by a car tomorrow? Do you? Is there no more right guy out there for you because they gone? There is no right guy. It's what you want right now. That's what makes a real woman, to know what she wants right now. And y'all really have to start thinking a little bit different. What's right for you right now? What do you need right now? You know. So I don't believe in there's a right man and a right one. I believe what you need right now, you're going to attract it and make it work for you. Okay. Then that's what you need to attract. um, Goddess treatment only, relax and attract. Exactly. Uh-oh, Lisa made new sprinkle sprinkle. Thank you, girl. You are so I'm chunky and the dress and you dress boring. Your depression made you not care about yourself. Now you know how to be feminine or attractive and don't feel woman. That comes from within. You know what I'm saying? Um, Start working on yourself from within, and the outside will definitely respond. So treat yourself like a lady. Mm. Maybe switch out your colors for more feminine colors in your wardrobe. Maybe do your makeup and do your hair more, um, and still act ladylike. Chunky does not have anything to do with your femininity, and the clothes that you choose and wear. Um, if you don't feel like dressing feminine one day, then don't. When you do, do. You know, it's not a punishment to be feminine. And a lot of people need to realize that. It's not a punishment to be feminine. A lot of women dress feminine when they really want to accomplish something, when they want to get certain type of attention, when they want certain privileges, when they do want to do this, and that. Okay. So dress feminine when you need to dress feminine. And if you like your, clothes that you have grown comfortable in, we just wear them around the house or when you're not trying to do anything special. A lot of people think it's either this or that. You can do pretty much whatever you want, you know. And a lot of times, I don't know about what social media that you guys are on, but I see a lot of women living their best lives at all sizes. So I don't know. Okay. You said, why don't James go on vacation anymore? Why don't you ask him? Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is not last time I checked. This wasn't James's channel. This is my channel. Okay. And am I still a vegetarian? I'm not answering questions that I told y'all I was never going to answer again. Like a lot of people keep asking me questions that I have told them the answer to, and they still keep asking. Sometimes it makes me think that they don't listen, and should I keep talking? But since you asked, the answer is in a lot of my old videos. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. Someone said this feels like a sorority meeting. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yes, Layla already wrote a book and she's published. She wrote a poetry book. You guys can get her poetry book, definitely. And her book is called Escape from Reality, and it is a poetry book. Let me go ahead and link it to you guys. It just came out. So y'all support Layla. I already linked her book in the community section. For those who were definitely on the community section, thank you for buying her book. I appreciate it. And I'm also mentioning her book in my upcoming vlog. So y'all can get some more detail. But definitely get her book too, Sprinkle Sprinkle. She's a poet and we didn't even know it. Yes, I am so proud of my daughters. They are now published authors. Um what questions to ask on a date? None. Ask how your day was. Say, how was your day? And let them go into detail as much as they want. But don't, it's not an interview. You know, dates that are interviews are terrible. Uh-oh, Lizzie Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate you. Thank you, girl. I believe dates should be fun and not interviews. If they're an interview, it's not fun. Like, if I'm ever going on a date, I'm not asking you 20 questions. We finna have fun. We finna eat, we finna drink, we finna have a good time, we finna dance, we finna do something. I'm not asking you all them questions, okay? I mean, if I'm here, I know you could pay. Because I'm very observant. I don't care what you're looking for. You here with me right now. Obviously, you're looking for me. Period. You know, this is the mentality we got to have. Women are too hard on themselves. They think too much. A lot of women, you know, if you hear this, what you looking for? Obviously, I don't need to ask you what you're looking for. I already know it's me. And here I am. What you gonna do? You know? Tell me about your day. How was your day? Oh, I did this, I did that. Okay, and I know you got some money because you got up, went to work, told some people what to do, had lunch at a nice restaurant that only men with money can afford. You look good, you smell good. That cologne don't smell cheap. I see you got your hair cut. You know, you ain't got nothing missing on you. You look good. You got money. You got enough to pay. You got enough to be here and pay for the place that I want to go. So here we are. You know, sometimes you don't have to ask 20 questions on a date. That makes it like an interview. Like, am I going to pass or fail? I'm already here and I've already passed because I know I'm what you want. Now, can you keep me? That's the mentality that we need to have as women. Can you keep me? Okay. And then I also like to look at the surrounding people that are observing us on the date or whatever, because I feel like that has a lot to do with if the man is going to want to take you out more, if they're getting a positive response, or if people are looking at him like, oh my God, he's got look at his woman. It's going to make him feel more powerful and masculine. So you got to look good and dress nice and look like y'all are having a good time and y'all aren't on no damn interview. Okay, that's what you need to be asking. How you gonna keep all of this? um, and it might feel weird to, yeah. Don't ask dumb questions if you won't want dumb answers back in return. uh, him asking about if you have kids on the first date. Why? Because he wants to see how easy you are going to be to get. So I'm not answering the question. My answer is I've always wanted kids. How about you? Because it's not telling them you have kids, it's saying you always wanted them. So if you got them, you got what you always wanted. If you ain't, then maybe. So you don't answer the question honestly, you answer the question to where he don't know the answer and keep it moving. Okay, because it's literally the truth. If you have kids, you probably always wanted them. So lie. I've always wanted kids because it has nothing to do with what you're doing right now. It has nothing to do with sitting on this date, having fun, being entertained, eating, getting these bills paid in the future by you. It has nothing to do with that because a man is not on a date with your child. He's on the date with you. So therefore, why is he asking about your kids? Okay, it's none of their business. So just tell them what they need to hear to move on to the next part of the date. Okay. How much time are you spending with your partner in general long-term relationship once paying me is established? There is no time limit. However much time you think he deserves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Isn't that up to you? There ain't no fixed set time. Do what you want. Y'all act like y'all are robots and need a specific schedule to be on, or something wrong is going to happen. Like, honestly, however much time you think he deserves. Okay. If he wants you to spend time with him, he'll make it fun and enjoyable to spend time with him. If he doesn't care, he ain't gonna do too much. If he, if he's got to lure you in. He's the one that's chasing, right? Y'all y'all keep switching roles back and forth. Like, once you get in the relationship, your mental keeps shifting back to, you got to make him do this, and how much time. No, how much time does he want to spend with you is the question, and how much time does he deserve? It's all up to you. Remember that. And if it's not, make it. You got to be like, you know what? Maybe I need to spend about 10 minutes here and there. Don't make it all consecutive. Do bits and pieces. Break it up. That's how they keep chasing. If they spend 5 hours with you, they're gonna be bored. Break it up in bits and pieces. 20 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 2 minutes here. Don't give it all at once. Keep them wanting more. You said you missed my Sesame Street laugh. There you go. All right. So a date what should last no longer than 2 hours? Is he finished spending? The date should last as long as you got money to spend, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got money to spend. We like, when I was young, I would go place to place to place. Can your wallet handle it? First, we starting off at the bar restaurant. I'm finna eat and drink. Then we gonna hear some music. It's gonna cost to get in and valet. Then we going to, the karaoke bar. And after that, if you know a hole in the wall that's still serving drinks, we going there too. Can your wallet handle it? We used to go places, girl. We don't just go on one dinner date, go on an interview, and go home. Can you go? Men like to have fun. They like to go out and be seen and have fun. That's what it was like when I was dating. It wasn't just go on your 2 hour dinner and go home. No, we going everywhere. And if you can't afford it, then next. Okay. If you having fun with that person and they enjoy your company and they like you, they don't want you to go home. Where else we going? Yeah. might go shopping along the way to the next spot. We don't know. Oh well, where I'm going, the next spot I want to go, I'm not appropriately dressed for that. Well, what do you need? Oh, I just need a cute jacket to go on top of it, or some different shoes. Well, let's hit the store because I live too far away to go all the way back home. So then you go and shopping. So if they're having a good time with you, if they're really having fun with you, they're not going to want to end the date after 2 hours. Um, it's too cold to wear dresses now. What do y'all wear on dates in the winter? Girl, they got them thick um, tights that look like legs now. Y'all can wear whatever you want. Or if you don't want, just wear some cute pants or jeans or some nice boots and some cute some cute jackets and whatnot. I mean, you're gonna look cute. It's too cold to be out here freezing. Just, get on Pinterest and look and see your options, darling. Um, I think too many women are following some type of rules that men have memorized. Y'all just need to be who you are and be real. Be like, you know what? This was fun. Dinner was fun. Drinks was fun. Let's go somewhere else. Where else we going? Let's go dance. Let's go listen to some music. What else? What's next? Um, you want to go shopping? Wear the wrong shoes to the next place you're trying to go. You want to go shopping? Don't wear no coat, and it's cold outside. He gonna fix you up. If he's a gentleman. If he's not, he's gonna be like, "Ooh, you want my coat?" Then you could fish around in the pockets and find some evidence if he got another woman or maybe a receipt from his bank, you know, ATM machine or something. But you'll, um, what if he goes home? What if he goes home with him after the date? What does that mean? What if he goes home with him? That means he went home by himself. Um, what if he asks you to go home with him? Um, um, then you ask him to go home with you instead, and then hand him the bills before he can enter the door. If he can pay him, he can get in. If he can't, he can't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No, just say no. I think I'm going to go home, but it's been fun. Call me tomorrow. Let's do lunch. Let's do breakfast or whatever. Yeah. Don't go home unless you're like, okay, well, you want to see his house, but you don't have to do anything. But in today's climate, it's a little weirdos out. Some too many weirdos are out there. I wouldn't trust it. No, I'm just kidding about the bills on the date. I'm saying, as a figure of speech, men don't enter the house unless they can pay them bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to get over the guilt of taking money from a man with zero intentions of being intimate with, even though he wants you. The same way men get over being intimate with women with no intentions of having a relationship. You know, they don't walk around feeling guilty about it. So why should you feel guilty about getting his money, girl? What is this? What to do? What do you think about going to a man's apartment after a date, even if you don't sleep with him? I'm not going back to nobody apartment. I mean, you can get a hotel room. We can get separate beds or a separate room. A townhome, a condo, a house or something, but not apartment. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, unless he own the apartment, y'all live in NYC or Manhattan or something, not no regular apartments. Um, not regular apartments. Not like if you in your 20s, you early 20s, and everyone you're dealing with has an apartment, that's fine. But when you old, like when you if you over 25, you need to be going to houses or condos and townhouses and stuff like that. What do you think about going to a man's apartment? Okay, I just answered that. No. What? And I know some of y'all are new. So when I was younger, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. And some of you have been around forever and have heard the story. But when I was younger, I used to work in the funeral industry. I used to be a mortician, and a lot of guys would, hit on me during, the wakes and the funerals at the funeral home. So I met this one guy. He's, a millionaire and whatnot. And he invited me out on a date, and he wanted me, like, he took me out to dinner, and then he wanted me to come see his house. He says, I have a really nice house, and I just want you to see it. I think you would love it. I have a pool and all this kind of stuff. So I was 21, maybe 20. I don't even know. One of those ages. And I'm young and stupid. And I said, okay, let me go see your house. He's old. So he's like almost 60. So I ain't worried about him. So I go to his house. He has a nice pool, nice house. Then I see a picture on his shelf of him and his ex-wife Why his ex-wife look just like me? Some of these guys, they will target younger women because they look like them ex-wives or their ex-girlfriends that they couldn't have, or the ones that already left, and they try to replace them with something that looks similar. But it's funny to me because after right when I saw that person, I'm like, you don't like me, you just like my look, so I'm just like your money. Like, of course we didn't do nothing, but um, I was, I was kind of like getting my experience, learning the ropes, learning how men think, learning what men like, and that's all this kind of stuff. I mean, how you gonna be at your friend's wake or funeral trying to pick up women to drag you back to their take on a date, take you to that? You ain't think men aren't men supposed to be sitting here mourning and crying. They trying to pick up women to take back to their house. This is why I do these videos, to let you guys know. And y'all, so how do I not feel guilty about taking a man's money? How do I? Because they don't. So why do you? They I've had widowers trying to come on to me at their own wife funeral. Okay. That's why I'm saying, no, stop it. They don't care like that. Get your money. They don't care like that. Believe me. I have I have seen men whose wives were in the hospital and they was at the hotel next door calling escorts. I have gone and made funeral arrangements with people to pick out their wives, what you call it, urn, and trying to hit on somebody. No, they don't care. So a lot of times men just need to realize, men just need to realize women are now on and hip to, the game. Like, y'all don't equate love with sex. Y'all don't equate a lot of stuff with a lot of stuff. Y'all keep a lot of stuff separate, which is now what women are learning to do. Keep emotions out of it. It's about this money. Okay. So that's how I feel. And I feel like a lot of women need to realize this. Y'all keep thinking there's a fairy tale. It is for a short amount of time because that's what they know you want. But then when you get in there for the long haul, it's a whole different story. So don't feel guilty for spending on man's money. He gave it to you, it's yours. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. MK Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for the nice donation. Yay. Sprinkle Sprinkle. And y'all don't forget to get this book. Get all my books. Let's just gift yourself. Just get all my books this year. Come on. Go ahead and just, gift yourself. They're all pretty and pink and cute. You can display them and whatnot. They're all linked at the top and where it says my books. Go to Amazon and get them. Uh-oh, SAB, what? Sagabo. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you. You said, what if you already have money? Great. Make sure that you spend his and save yours. Thank you. Thank you, Sajibo. Sajibo? 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 Hope I said that right. If you already have money, then make sure he has more money so you can spend his and save yours. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And this is a question a lot of women ask. What if I already have money? Okay, well, do you want somebody to drain your money? Do you want to drain your own money while out with a grown man or living with a grown man? No. Get one that has more money. Save yours. Or use it for the kids or the future or a business or whatever. But use his, save yours. Mm-hmm. If a girl able to get a billionaire, do you treat the guy like a part? No, sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me ask women: if you were a billionaire man, would you want to be treated like a prize, like a little girl, like a little prize to be won? No, a billionaire is, smart, knows what they want. They don't need to be treated like the prize. Okay. The woman is the prize, as always. Look, here's the thing. You can have the most money, and I'm still going to treat you exactly like I want to treat you. Period. I might be a little nicer to you. I might listen to what you're saying because I think you have some higher level of intelligence as you got that much money somehow, some way. But you're not gonna get treated like no prize. I'm the prize. I always have been, always will be. I'm the prize to myself. And so that's it. If you want someone to fawn over you and things like that, that's great. But when you get tired and sick of that, then you're gonna be looking for somebody that's gonna give you a challenge and treat you like a real person. Okay. So that's the kind of thing that a lot of women don't realize. You don't treat these guys like they're the prize. If you keep doing that, they're going to see you as temporary. Okay. There is no like if the only way, like I said in one of my last videos, the only way the man is a prize is if he's in a gay relationship with the other man who thinks he's the prize. That's the only way. Because the prize is someone who is, gotten in the relationship. That's why the man proposes to the woman. He chases behind the woman. The sperm chased the egg, okay? That's it. If you want it the opposite, then you gotta do the opposite. Go transition. Go do what you gotta do if you want to be the prize. But other than that, you're not a prize. The woman is always the prize. Why would a man lie about having kids on a date if he has money? Because that's none of our business. Like, I feel like on your first and second date, if no one asks about kids, then it shouldn't be brought up. It's not anyone's business. Like, why are you asking a man if he got kids? Is his kids, you know, going to interfere with your money? If it's not interfering with your money, you don't ever need to know. Until it starts interfering with your money, then you need to know. You know, because let me tell y'all something. It's different when a man has kids versus a woman having kids. When a man has kids on a date and lie about it, the kids ain't his priority. And y'all already know that. Especially if he done left the baby mama, left the wife, and he or cheating, and he out with you. The kid's not the priority. So stop asking about them. Unless he look like he can't afford you and some kids, then you might need to know. If he was rich, I wouldn't care. He could have kids. Shoot, he can have kids all over the world as long as I get my money. I don't care. So to me, I don't care. You got a bunch of kids. You got a bunch of money, then you can have a bunch of kids. You can afford them. I'm not the nanny. I'm not the babysitter. You know, there you go. And okay, so here's another thing. A lot of women feel like, well, I don't want to date a man with kids. And da, 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 da. Girl, date a man for money and worry about that later. Because by the time you figure out what you want, by the time he figure out what he want, them kids gonna be either grown or not. Don't even care, and may have a stepdaddy by then. You know what I'm saying? But if you're dating a broke man who's on child support and have to, make life decisions at the gas station pump, or that he need to pump a full tank, or be able to eat lunch next week, then you have a problem. Okay. But if he's got money, don't worry about his kids because you may never meet them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say he called you lazy for not washing the dishes? Okay, Ann. Call him broke for not hiring a maid to wash the dishes and see what happens. You're lazy. You didn't wash the dishes. Well, you're broke. You didn't hire a maid to wash the dishes. There you go. You could go on and on. What's a good game plan for when we do land a provider, man? Do what you did to get them and keep them, and then after you get them, make sure you got papers on them and do what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep them chasing. Don't always be available. Keep them chasing. Don't always be available. Don't turn into Pick Misha. Don't turn into Barbara the Builder. Don't start, having no life. Keep your life. Stay busy. Keep him chasing. That's the best way, baby. Make sure you on direct deposit so you get that money every month with no questions, no issues. hmm Get more and more documentation so he's locked in. So rule of thumb is not to give up the cat too soon. How long after that do we start bedroom? Honestly, if you feel secure, provided for, taken care of, and he spent a lot of money and he's invested a lot of money into you, and you know he ain't going nowhere, if you give him some, then you give him some. But if he hasn't invested enough money, then he can't get none, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So it's kind of like, did he spend enough money to stay or not? That's the question you need to ask. You get him in the bed and he done spent thousands and thousands of dollars on you. Is he going to feel comfortable getting up and leaving and not calling you back? Or are you going to call you back because he spent a lot of money? Okay, think about it like that. Uh-oh, BB. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, it's kind of like if you put a huge down payment on a car, you're not going to let it get it repoed after 3 months of not paying no bill. You're going to pay them bills because you didn't put the huge down payment, right? You don't want to lose that. It's the same thing. Make them spend a lot of money so they don't go nowhere. And by that time, you on that direct deposit, you got them bills paid, you know what kind of person they are. And if they leave, oh, you still win. On to the next. You leave with whatever gifts you got, all them bills that he paid, all the nice places he took you to, maybe the shopping he gave you, clothes and purses and stuff. You still have that, but he has nothing. So why would he leave? So make them spend. The more they spend and the more they invest, the longer they stay. It's that simple. And like a lot of men say, oh, you're a gold digger. Okay, so what are you? What are you looking for? What are you digging for? What are you trying to rush to? What are you here for? Are you here for my hand in marriage? No. So it's not an insult when men ask, are you a gold digger or you just want me for my money? Well, what do you want me for? My hand in marriage? What do you want me for? The, what they're going to tell you, it's not that, you know. And then when men lead with, well, what do you bring to the table besides sex? What do you bring to the table besides money? So I'm going to automatically assume that you're going to give me money if you're going to automatically assume that you're going to get sex. So what do you bring to this table besides money? Because that should be automatic. That's what we get, period. What do you bring to the table besides sex? I don't know. What do you bring to the table besides paying my bills and money? Since we're assuming that's what we're going to get. If he says, I'm not paying no bills and give you no money, then I guess you ain't getting no sex. Then they'll see how stupid their statement was. Right? I did that and he called the cops. It only works if they really grown and got it like that, ladies. Don't try it on a dusty. Girl, what you done did? Who done called the cops on you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said your down payment is several things crossed off your luxury wish list. Okay. Well, welcome, Marie. You said this is your first live. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, a real woman says what she wants, means what she says, and don't take no BS. Okay. And they dismiss Dusties with quickness. They don't let you sit around and make 1,000 excuses about the economy and why you can't do this and why you can't do that, because there's someone else that is doing it, can do it, and aren't giving all them excuses out. So I don't know what to tell you. What am I drinking? Tea. Tea. You cracked his window, girl, on accident. 30-year-old girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know what to tell you, girl. Like, Shira, should you lie about having 4 kids from a previous marriage? If that man never plans to meet your kids, then why does he need to know that you have any? Dude, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If the man will never meet your kids, if he's just date 1, 2, and 3, if he's, if you only plan on him to stay around and pay your bills for a few months, then why does he need to know you even have kids if they're not gonna ever meet? That's what I'm saying. What are your intentions for him? And then you don't just go around leading talking about I got kids, because there's weirdos out there. And if he says, well, why didn't you never tell me you have kids? If the relationship goes any further, say, well, there's weirdos out there, and I don't want you targeting me because I got kids. And then if they don't understand that, then they're stupid. Oh, Cash App, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Atoyi, dog. Atoyi, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you can just basically not tell them anything and blame it on weirdos. Uh-oh. Siani, sprinkle, sprinkle. Realizing a guy is cheap, how to get rid of him. Ask him for more money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him you about to get kicked out. You need to make this rent. Your car about to get repossessed. You need this money. He's going to disappear on his own if he can't come through. Okay. Girl, ask him for the most and he'll be gone 2 seconds. He'll be like, poof. And if you come through, added bonus. Keep him around. If you don't, then he won't. And don't ever. And if he tries to come through and say you're gonna pay me back, it's like I can't afford to pay you back. This has to be a gift. He will be gone quick. Okay, so ladies who don't tell men that you have kids, blame it on the weirdos out there, because there are a lot of men that will sit around and target you only because you have kids. So that's none of their business. Do you want to date me? So don't worry about what I got and what I don't got. That's what you need to tell them. hmm the world we live in permits you to lie about having kids because these weirdos out here. So that's all you got to tell them. Weirdos. And I also feel like a lot of guys ask if you have kids so that they can assess how to treat you, how much money to spend on you, how much time to invest in you, whether to take you seriously or not. They're going to prejudge you on if you've given birth or not. Okay. So also, sometimes it backfires on a man. Then they be like, you this old, you look good, you got a nice career, you don't you don't have no mail, you ain't got no kids. Why not? Then they start to be suspicious. I guess something is wrong with you, this and that. So either way, they're gonna have something to judge you on. So you might as well just lie. Okay. They ask if you have kids so they know how much money to spend on you, how much time to invest in you, and how to treat you. If you lie, you'll see the difference. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Okay, I already asked. You have a hard time going to the bar alone. Any suggestion? Go alone and keep going until you no longer have a hard time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The only way to get over something is to keep doing it until you're over it. Just go. Go every day until you don't have a hard time anymore. I got a hard time. You know what? A lot of people have a hard time getting up, going to work, but they have to get up and go every day until they find somebody to pay them bills. Okay, that's what led me here. I was tired of getting up, going to work. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I got to figure out another way. Find somebody that's going to pay these bills. Okay. So I went into a bar and sat. And that's what happened. I found somebody. Or they found me, actually. How to approach a married boss. They should approach you. Be very enticing so that they approach you. Okay. If you approaching a married boss, that's sexual harassment here. Then you need them to approach you. Just look extra good so they can't help it. Um, oh, Star Ruby in the house. Become a member, y'all. Y'all can get some cute level up emojis. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, what do I think of a man who has a girlfriend and female friends? He must be paying bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because that means you can have a boyfriend and male friends. Why would a man who has a beautiful wife that is young model still approach me? Because he feels like he deserves more or wants more. The same reason maybe the young model is dating another man on the side. We don't know. Oh, BB, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your potential 55-year-old sugar daddy you met 3 weeks ago has a girlfriend. Most of them do, baby. Just get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. May the best one win, baby. Make him spend more on you, and he'll most likely keep you and dump her because he can't afford her no more. The more he spend on you, the less he can spend on her. Remember that. It's all about the money right there. The man's gonna follow his wallet, the money he's spending. Okay. How to make them spend? It's an art to making a man spend. You have to strategically leave stuff at home that you need when you're out. You have to strategically put yourself in different places next to shopping centers. When you go on a date, find a restaurant right next to the mall or to a shopping center or to a shop that you want to go to. You need to accidentally lose something on the date that you need really bad so that you're forced to go shopping sometimes. You got to like really like sit in a room with a notebook and come up with several ways to get stuff, to go shopping, to get money out of men, and make it seem very natural so that they want to help you and rescue you in some sort of way, you know. And if they feel semi, guilty or like it's their fault that you don't have what you need, they're gonna most likely contribute. So a lot of the examples I give is like accidentally lose a real pair of or a real diamond earring, but don't really lose it. Just like maybe go to the restroom, take it out of your ear, and be like, "Oh my God, I lost a diamond earring on your date in the car. My grandma gave them to me. I'm so sad. Those are my favorite earrings. You might get a pair of diamond earrings on your next date, baby. You know what I'm saying? Or, while you're on the phone with him, drop a glass from the Dollar Tree and be like, "Oh my gosh, I just dropped my favorite bottle of expensive perfume while I was talking to you." I show up with a nice bottle of perfume on your next date. Or be on the phone with him in the car and be like, "Oh my gosh, I hit something because I'm on the phone with you. Now I need a new tire." You know, I, you know. So, or like when he asks how your day was, be like, "Oh, my day was great. How was yours?" And he'll tell you like, "Oh yeah, my day was great, except I did have to help my mom out with her or my grandma out with her bills because she's on a fixed income, and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make my bills this month. But I had to help grandma." And it shows that you're nice, caring, concerned, a loving person. And he might say, "Well, how much do you need?" You make up examples and make it seem like he can rescue you or that it was his fault in some way, but you're not really blaming him, but he feels guilty, and he knows what to get you because you've told him earrings, specific perfumes, you need these money for these bills, even if you don't. It's just a way to get him to engage in trying to impress you and rescue you and feel needed and da da da. You tell them what you need in specific strategic ways. Um, and you don't have to be bold and blunt with it if that's not your style. But if you know they're gonna give you the money anyway, you might as just well cut all the crap and be like, "You know what? I really need some money to pay these bills, or else I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see you anymore because I have to go find a job to go to and become sexually harassed at." I have my own personality. So I can joke around and I can say weird things and it makes sense and it works for me. So y'all have to develop y'all's own personal style. I can say, you know what, I got to go back to work because these bills are due, and I guess I got to go sign up to be sexually harassed again, unless you want to sexually harass me and just pay my bills. Because either way, you're getting sexually harassed. You might as well go get your money. They might think it's funny and, pay your bills. Or they might say, oh, I don't want you to go to work and get sexually harassed and still try to date me. If I got to compete with your boss, it's going to be a hard, competition. So, just have them pay your bills. Especially if you look good, they already know. If you work around men or if you have a male boss, that man got eyes. You said, what if you judge where you live? Don't take them to your house. Okay. Or if he got, before you take him to your house, he needs to be paying for the down payment of a new house or apartment or wherever you're trying to live. If he doesn't like you where you live, then don't take him there. Like, you're not gonna ever know where I live until you paying all the bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, you're so afraid of the direct approach. Men are scary. Well, it's a numbers game. You're gonna strike out, and you might win some, you might lose some, but you might as well try. You know, um, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, for the new people that haven't heard this story before, people are telling me that all the time. Oh, you're never gonna find what you want, or you're delusional, or you're not gonna find that in it. And I kept doing what I did, and I kept being bold and saying what I wanted to say, and I found it. You know, so I feel like a lot of people don't feel like they're able to do it, but you might be able to do it, especially if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're manifesting, if that's what you're focused on, that's what you're going to attract. So keep that in mind. You said you have to work for it. Everything is a trade-off. Well, the easiest way to work for something is to look good, make them look good in public, and make them feel like, you know, they can't live without you. And that's how you get them bills paid quick. If they feel suddenly you're going to have to go away and they're not going to be able to see you anymore, they're going to be like, how much your bills? um, what's the difference between manifesting and magical thinking? I think either one, however you explain it to yourself, I feel like when you are focused on something and when you know what you want, you're going to attract it. Period. Okay. You said it's also cultural. Rich white men don't really pay bills. Yeah, they buy houses and get married. So you might have to, like, get a whole new car. They buy whole new cars. They just give you a whole apartment or a house, and they like to hurry up and get married. So there you go. Get your money, girl. Either you in or you out. Not like, how to be direct but still feminine when asking for money, and how can I ask? I had a whole thing in here a little bit earlier when I just said mention you are in need of, in a very strategic, specific, feminine way that's not asking. If you want to ask directly, make sure he's the type of man that is going to say yes to whatever it is you're asking. If you're not sure and it's either now or never, then you go and be bold and say, I really need this, and that, and I really like dating you, and da da da. If he come through, he come through. If not, move on. It's a lot of people will waste a lot of time with men who aren't going to do anything for them. Do you think a man is going to waste a lot of time with a woman who's not going to ever give him what he wants? No. How many times have you gone out with a guy and it just didn't click? He didn't call you back, or you weren't going to give it up. He figured it out, moved on. They don't waste time like women waste time. Men are not about to waste all their time with you. they're on to the next. And a lot of women will sit around and waste time trying to get money out of a man. Either they're going to give it or they're not. Either they like you a lot and they want to give you what you need, or they don't. You have to figure out what type of man that you're dealing with. Is he generous? Is he wasting your time? Does he care? Does he care about my well-being? If I need something and he's a real man, is he going to give it to me? Or do I have to sit, beg, plead, wait for months and be seen out in public with his old butt? No. If you young, you have the upper hand. If you look better than him, you have the upper hand. Get your money. Stop waiting around so long. You know, that would be the equivalent if you were dating that would be the equivalent of you dating a very attractive man and he waiting 6 months to sleep with you, or 2 months to sleep with you, when he could be sleeping with everybody else. You think he really gonna wait and be selling it for you? No. So why are we doing the same thing? Why are we waiting on these dudes to figure out if they want to pay for us or not? They know. They already know. The first time a man sees you, they be like, "Ooh, I pay her bills. Ooh, whatever she want, I got it." They know already. They're just stringing you along. They already know if you're bill money or not. You know. As soon as they see you, they start checking all their accounts, making sure they can even afford to approach. They know. Okay. The game is, do you know? Do you know if they're going to spend or not? How long is it going to take for you to figure out that they're not going to spend? Do you know? That's the game. Okay. A lot of women are walking around afraid to lose a man because they asked for some bill money, but that man had asked them for sex 20 times by text them pictures of, nude pictures themselves, talking trashy on the phone, and you can't even ask for some bill money, but they didn't ask you for everything. What? They're not afraid. Why are you? Why? You said you think men will, of course, older men will, because let me tell y'all something. Older men are more patient than younger men. They know if they do it correct, they spend the amount of money, they get you what you want, you're going to get used to that. You ain't going nowhere. And they're going to heavily invest in you. And then they're not going nowhere. So y'all stuck with each other and you stuck with his money and he stuck with you. Period. Okay. It's about the money. So eventually you're going to have to give it up or ghost. But then if you ghost and you can't find someone else to give you that type of money, you might be back and you still might get it. He still might get it later while entertaining someone else and working on someone else at the same time. So a lot of men know this, especially older men with money. They already know if they're going to pay for you or not. Okay. You said unless he's abusive. There are broke abusive men out there. There's somebody out there beating somebody who done borrowed money from him earlier that day. Okay. Now, sprinkle, sprinkle. Abuse doesn't come with a amount of money. You could be a dusty abuser. You done borrowed $20 from your baby mama and you sitting over here hitting on them the same day. Okay. Now which one would you rather be in? You rather be somebody in there stupid. Okay. You said domestic violence is horrible. Exactly. And could you imagine giving your dusty some money just so he can turn around and abuse you? That's mentally insane to me. Okay. And y'all know some of y'all dudes who have probably done that. Which is why it's funny, because it's true a lot of the time. You say he's 62, you put him to sleep, make sure you get the key to his house. I do. Okay, girl, all you gotta do is watch TV late at night, give him a little alcohol, he'll be asleep, especially if he's on medication. You ain't have to do that. Okay, just tell him y'all did something and he don't remember. You was great. Tell him he was great. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Charcuterie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Shannon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She was right about men knowing. As soon as I met guys, they offered me things right at the moment. They know how to come at us properly generous. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That is so true. That is so true. Thank you for the donation, because a man will ask you Straight up, do you want something to drink? Are you cold? Do you want to go stop to the store? Do you need anything for the store? Can I do something for you? Do you need any cash? The man will know. Thank you. They size you up by your looks. Okay, and we size them up by how much they spend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if they bully us by saying we are prude? Say I'm very prude until my bank account looks I'm honestly, that sounds like a junior high school thing. Like honestly, say, the more money I get, the less prude I become. Sparkle, sparkle. You know, the last time I was called prude, I was in junior high school, elementary school. Girl, what the heck? A grown man walking around talking about you prude. Tell him he prude with his money. Oh, Johnny, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, how would you deal with a sexist rich man? The same way I deal with every man. Just get their money, baby. I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sexist too sometimes. Whatever he can do, I can do. Except I'm gonna be getting his money and he ain't gonna be getting nothing from me. You see? So like that's why I don't I like you need to really think about it. Maybe he's sexist, but you can be sexist too. Like, okay. At least I ain't the one gotta pay for sex. You might be sexist, but you paying for sex. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't, yeah. You say you want the money and the romance? Then have two men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make sure both got money, but one need to have more than the other one so he can pay all your bills. Okay? You want romance? Find a romantic man. You want money? Find a man with money because you're likely not going to find both in one. So find one and the other. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And have two until you find one that has both. Why waste time? So honestly, you got one romantic guy. He's spending all his money whining and dining. You got one just paying the bills. Until you can find one that do both, then keep both. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the honest. What do you think men are doing? You think men are just trying to have one woman and hope that she do everything he wants? No, he got one over here, until he find the one that is what he really wants. And so, why should women settle? Why should women say, "Oh, if you want romance and money, then have romance and money"? They don't have to be in the same person unless you find them or they find you. But in the meantime, have both. And if they say, well, if they find out, well, why are you with that man? Because he's romantic. Well, why are you with that man? He paid my bill. You want to step up? There you go. You said provider is becoming jealous and I don't like it. Then up the bill money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Create a new bill. Say, you know what? The cost of living just went up. Mm-hmm. And that's a funny thing. Like a lot of women keep trying to find the perfect man. Just find the perfect man. It's plural. Until the perfect man find you. Okay? Then you just have the perfect men. You ain't got to sleep with all of them. Okay, what to do if you caught your sugar daddy on a date? Um, he's not your boyfriend. So you can catch him on a date, which means maybe ask for a very nice gift the next time or ask for more money. Think an expense came up that you actually need. Um, Navigate it correctly, get more money out of it. That means you're allowed to date too. So go on a date. Sugar daddies are not boyfriends unless y'all have that committed relationship, you know? If not, then who cares? Hmm. Okay, Miss Tippy Wong, how do you tell your sugar daddy that you don't want to have sex until he pays what you want? Tell him that you want to get to know him better and you're more turned on when you have when he keeps his word. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man that keeps his word really turns me on. And if he already told you he was gonna do something for you or get you something, he better come through, or you ain't getting turned on. Equate everything that he's not doing with his inability to get you to sleep with him. So, if you were more honest with me, I'd probably be more turned on and ready to be intimate with you. But if I can't really feel a certain amount of trust with someone, I'm not getting into bed with him. Okay. And so, like, a lot of men think that a woman is supposed to hop in a bed with them, right? Women are fragile creatures. We need to trust you. We need to trust you're going to pay them bills. We need to trust that you're going to highly invest in us. So that's why we allow you to do that before we lay down with you. So that if we wake up and you're gone, we're still the winner. So trust coming through on what you say you're going to do, paying them bills, spending money will get you faster, to sleep with a woman because she trusts you're not going anywhere after you've highly invested in her. So you get it faster the more you spend. Okay? Spend, spend, spend. Go get all your money and spend, spend, spend. She'll trust that you ain't going nowhere if you done invested thousands of dollars into her, dating her, taking her shopping, paying some of her bills, giving her some money or whatever. She say, he ain't going nowhere. Look how much money he done spent on me. And she might give it up. She might not. But you're closer to it than you were spending nothing. You said a man sent you a video of his D without spending money. You offended and disgusted. He did it so casually, like he was using it to do things like that. Girl, I would have been like, you accidentally sent your gay porn to me. I hope I'm not your beard. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. What? We are in different departments. We have different jobs. Okay. What if he's rude? These men are a hot mess out the mouth. I'm rude too. What's the point? A rude man like a rude woman. He rude you. That means you're allowed to be rude. Like some of y'all don't give me good examples because I couldn't imagine somebody being rude and not expecting someone to be rude in return. Like, what did he say that was so rude? Because I can be very rude. Mm-hmm. I just rude just for the reaction of it, so I can see and laugh at you at the reaction. Hmm. He estimated his net worth. He estimated your net worth. If someone estimated my net worth, I'd be like, but if I get married in a week, I could be worth triple or double just by marriage. So I wouldn't go by that, baby. That means you know your worth and your net worth. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You didn't have Cash App until Another old woman asked to put money on it. I told him I have a man. He said no strings attached. Girl, get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to date your boss's boss? He is the regional manager and only comes down once every 2 weeks. Girl, how are you gonna date somebody that only sees you once every 2 weeks? Get online, find them online. Don't let them know y'all work together. It'll just be a coincidence. Why do some men get mad when you say you want to marry for money? Because they like to feel like a human being and that they have more to offer than money. But then when you ask them to be a good, decent human being, they can't do it correctly. So then you just go back to, like I said, I just need this money. That's the funny thing. Oh, Queen Sue and House, sprinkle, sprinkle. How much is the engagement ring worth? However much you spent on it, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you say, why are you marrying me just for the money? Or I don't like when women only want men for the money. What are we supposed to want you for? Your upstanding morals, your ability to be nice, good people, to do the right thing, to be faithful and honest. Are we supposed to hold you up to that? We're gonna be holding our breaths and falling out if that's what we want you for. So you better be glad women still want y'all, at least for something, some money. And think about that. If it's easier just to give us the money and not be held up to those high expectations that you can't meet. Okay? So shut up and pay. That's the best advice I can give you. A lot of men are offended by that. But if you really just sit in a room and think about it, am I going to be the best man that this woman wants me to be? Or should I just give her my paycheck? Am I going to be home every day at the same time? Am I going to remember everything on the grocery list? Am I never going to look at another woman that walks by? Am I going to be honest with her 24/7, 7 days a week for the rest of our lives? Am I going to pay, am I going to take the trash out every time it gets full and she asks me? Am I going to be the type of man that she really wants and never has to speak and tell me to do something like a child? Am I going to be, responsible enough to make sure everything is handled so she never has to worry or lose sleep at night? Am I going to be a good father to the children and make sure I know all their birthdays, get to all their games and programs and whatnot every day? Am I going to be the one that's going to plan the vacations and make sure everything is correct? Am I going to be the one that's going to do all this stuff that I know I ain't going to be able to do? So I might as well just give her this money. You're not going to be able to please a woman unless you are a provider, because that's the main thing she needs. She knows you're going to fall short. She knows you're not perfect. Just give her the money. Because if you try to be a perfect man and you say, I just want a woman who wants me for me, and I just want a woman to want a man, for not just their money, then you're going to be very upset. Because there's a lot of men out there who are broke, who are literally somebody's pet and somebody's, grown child right now, doing whatever that woman tell him to do. Do you really want to be that as a man? Get your money. Because so many men out here want to be wanted more than for just their money. No, you don't. Let me tell you why. Because you can't live up to that. Women are very hard to please. The money makes it easier. Okay? Just know that. Imagine if you had nothing to give us, how terrible it would be to live with us. Imagine if you couldn't make up with us through gifts, money, flowers, or things that you could afford. We'd be mad at you forever. So you better be glad we like you for your money. Because if we had to like you for who you really are and all those other type of things, you'd be upset. Just like a man is not going to like a woman just for her personality. just like that. Okay. When you walk in the house, you can't see no personality. You got to look at this. So I'm just being honest with you. You're not. You better be glad we like you for your money, because you'd be doing 10 times the work if you weren't solely liked for your ability to provide. You'd be doing so much more. You think you working hard now? Wait, wait till you find a woman who don't want you for your money. You got to work emotionally, spiritually. You're gonna have to work physically still, because you got to maintain whatever look she dealing with you with, because you ain't got no money. And whatever, you're gonna have to read her mind, get everything correct so she don't get sick and tired of you. So I'm just telling y'all. You said, wait, men don't like our personalities? No. Let me tell you, men don't like our personalities. They like us, because it's a combination. Let me tell y'all. A woman's personality and her looks are a combination. You got to pick a struggle. You can't be ugly and mean. Okay. You could be ugly and beautiful. They gonna deal with your. I mean, you can have an ugly attitude and be ugly ugly personality and be beautiful. They gonna put up with that ugly personality. Okay. You're like, I know she evil, but she beautiful. I know I gotta sleep with one eye open, but at least she look good when I see her with that one eye. You know. But if you ugly and evil, they call in the exorcist. Okay, it's not gonna work out for you. So ask a man. They're not gonna put up with no ugly evil chick. Okay, they're gonna get their holy water, throw it on her, and be on their way, and then be out. And just like a woman is not gonna put up with no broke dusty who's ugly. Same thing. You have to pick a struggle. Okay. You said they like a little sarcasm. Exactly. Mix it up a little bit. Okay. Do I think women are becoming more and more resentful of men for their collective behaviors and past? No. I think women are waking up to what men have always been, and they're getting exactly what they want because they know how to strategically get it now. I don't think it's becoming more resentful. I think it's just waking up. Um, it's sort of like you doing the same thing and getting the same results. You got to change something in order to get different results, right? It doesn't mean that you are, upset, or that, something has changed. It means you're just changing the way that you approach something. We're not resentful, because if we were resentful, we'd be somewhere else. We'd be with a woman if we were that resentful. Okay. But if we know how to play the game and win, why would we be resentful if we know we can win it? You said we woke. Exactly. You said y'all think men learn the game overnight. How would you advise women with trauma, with their masculine energy as a result? Is it hopeless to be feminine? You can act feminine all day. Just take an acting class. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you have a problem acting feminine, act. Act is the key word until it becomes natural. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you if you've gone through trauma, but anybody can act, you know, anybody can act all day, every day. So act until you don't have to act anymore, if that's what it takes. Be a caricature of whatever it is that you think you're supposed to be. And then, you'll get the hang of it and it'll become more natural. Sure, if a man asks me to give him a gift because he gave me, what should you tell him? Um, I would say, okay, I'll give you a gift and then show up with something from the Dollar Tree. Wrap it up real nice. He'll never know where it's from, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. $1. Well, it's 125 now. So he's getting a Dollar Tree gift. He said perfect. And then you can make up an extravagant story about whatever it is you bought him, and it can be a total lie, and he won't know the difference. Um, you said petty. No, why? It's petty for that man to ask for a gift, right? I get looks and men turn heads, but then jokers now at cost. Okay. Red flags in dating narcissists. Y'all keep asking me about these narcissists. You can't date a narcissist if you are a narcissist. Become one. The best way. They can't mess with you if you messing with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be the victim ever. If you spot narcissism, become one. Act like one. You don't have to literally. Y'all take these titles too seriously. There's a thing called acting. You can act like whatever it is you need to be when you need to be it, and then go back to being exactly who you are. So act like whatever it is you need to act like at the time. Don't take the role of victim if you're dating a narcissist. Take the role of narcissist dating a narcissist and see where y'all get. Y'all might like each other even more. Might be a turn on. I, any interest in offering some of your wisdom one day to older women who still want to see and be seen? Yeah, go be seen. Get dressed. Go out. Live your best life. You know, just like with older women and younger women, it's a numbers game. Hang out where older people hang out. Go out often. Go to the hole in the wall. Go find some retirement checks, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go to Denny's in the morning in the rich area. Go to Luby's in the rich area. Girl, get your money. Go out during the day. That's right. So, it's the same. It's going to be the same no matter how old you get. You just got to change locations, the times you go out, and it's still a numbers game. You think you'll go to dinner in a rich area for breakfast and sit at the counter? Good idea. Mm-hmm. What about a man who spent a life-size money a Christmas gift, expect you to spend the same amount on him? Tell him you buy him something cheap and say you got bills to pay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want me to buy you a better gift? Give me some more money so I can pay these bills and buy you a gift. Get him something from the Dollar Tree and say bills still got to be paid. Unless you trying to pay these bills, then I can go all out and spend your money on you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you can say it in a classier way than that. You can say, well, use the same excuse they be using. Well, with this current economy, I really have to scrimp and save because I'm paying grandma's bills, my bills, and I have to have some savings just in case something happens. So I really can't afford to buy you a very nice gift. This is all I could afford, and I just thought you'd really like it. You know, um, It's a struggle. And I understand if you don't like it, and I'll take it back. I have the receipt. Oh, Profess Sprinkle Sprinkle, I love your humor and smarts. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle. I told y'all have to be actresses out here. That's the only way you're gonna get that bag. Uh-oh. Nancy Sasha. Sprinkle Sprinkle. You gotta get that bag by being actresses. Take your role seriously. You said you'll buy it. Jermaine say he'll buy it. Okay. They want to fly me out for our first date. No, they need to come fly. Like, like it's gonna have to be the other way around. You got to come to me, sir. That's how I feel. Like I ain't finna go find you. You be come find me. Am I worth it? I ain't finna get on a plane and do all that hoopla hollering and flying and putting stuff in the baggage claim and all that kind of. No, you come to me, and we go shopping when you get here. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Or you gonna pay a lot to get me on that plane, that's for sure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're gonna have to pay for all these fake dogs getting boarded, parking, fake work I'ma miss. A lot, okay? Then when I get there, I'ma have lost my luggage, so you gotta take me shopping. Okay. So don't try to fly me out because it's gonna cost you. You better either come over here or you better prepare to spend. Because if y'all are getting flued out and it don't cost no more than a plane ticket, you doing it wrong. Okay. You need to have 3 big dogs that needs to be boarded, groomed, and kept at the kennel for however many nights you stay in. That's a lot of money right there. They need to pay for that. Even if you don't have dogs, say you do. They got videos that sound like dogs barking in the background. You can play while y'all on the phone. Then you have fake work, or double the salary that you are earning that day that you have to take off to go fly out to see him. Then lose your luggage, so you have to go shopping. Don't even bring no luggage. Just say you lost it. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. And when you get there, like, I have nothing to wear. And he knowing he ain't finna get something if you crying and worry about some clothes. So guess where y'all going first? Shopping. I need to go check on my dogs at the kennel. I can't believe all my nice clothes that I brought are gone. All my makeup. Girl, you can go get your whole new wardrobe if you smart. Okay. There you go. Shira, a guy you're seeing has few ultra rich friends. How to get those guys to contact from him? I'm not. I mean, if you hang out where he hangs out or where those friends hang out, you'll meet them. Figure out the circles that they're in and then go hang out with them. You don't need to meet him through them. Meet them through him. Recap on what a real woman is, please. A real woman is someone who doesn't take BS, knows what she wants, and not afraid to ask for it because she knows she can get it. Period. Knows her value, knows her worth, doesn't settle for less. That's what a real woman is, baby. And real woman brings nothing to the table. Why? Because she is the guest of honor. What you bringing? Y'all get that book. It's linked at the top with all my other books. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What happens if you pass wind in front of a sugar daddy? How do you play it off? um, Girl, how was it loud? Start beatboxing, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. That's the best I can tell you. Start beatboxing. Tell him. Girl, I don't know how to turn beatbox. Do something. All right. Um. Anyway, I'm trying to read some of these questions. Y'all just laughing. My stomach is gross. You said blame it on him. Say you nervous and giving me gas. I'm trying to look cute for you. You making me fart over here. Or poot. Poot is more feminine. Oh, I must be nervous. You must be making me nervous. This doesn't happen often. You must be special. Girl, play it. It's up to your favor. Like, oh my gosh, this doesn't happen. I'm so embarrassed. You are making me so nervous. Yeah, I must really like you. Then he'll be laughing. It's okay. Or you can start beatboxing, whichever one. Um, Hopefully you're drunk by then and can laugh it off, or tipsy at least. Is it possible to use a guy to get a house? Yes, it is. Sure, what should we wear at home to look cute? Whatever you look cute in at home. Are you with a man or are you by yourself? Like, who you trying to look cute for? What you want this man to do? Dress accordingly. You want him to. If you trying to give him some, wear some lingerie. If you trying to not give him some, get you a onesie, some cute pajamas, some lounge clothes that match. Maybe some monochromatic lounge clothing that's fitted or whatnot. If you're trying to keep them off of you, wear the ugliest thing you can find. It just all depends on what the. If it's cute and sexy, lingerie, silk robes, and stuff like that. If it's cutesy, maybe a onesie, maybe a fitted onesie, because it's hard to get into those if you're trying to keep them off of you. And if you're really mad at him, look real bad so he don't try to mess with you, or looks too good and don't let him have you. There you go. Um, if a man that spends on me, he's continuously staring at other girls in my presence, or if at first, what I do? Keep getting his money and get more and ask for more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, he can look, but he can't afford. If you getting all the money, baby, up your price. Up. You wanted that. Now you want something even more expensive. He taking you shopping. Now you buying double. Okay. Sure, a rich guy asked you, "What do you do?" So does he care about my career? Maybe he's just making polite conversation. That's why every time a man asks you what you do, you say something that doesn't make a lot of money or that he can't get a lot of information on. It's like, oh, I'm a freelance writer, or I'm a receptionist or something like that. So that way he knows he's paying every time because you don't make nothing, and you might need some bill money, but you still work in a professional environment. You're still respected, and or you could volunteer, or you can say, I'm a part-time receptionist or I'm a freelance writer. It depends on if I'm working on a job or not, whether I get paid, and da da da. So he's not going to ever ask you for no money. He's going to automatically know Your schedule can be free at any time because he can pay them bills. You know, don't have feelings for sugar daddies. You love them or something. Yeah. I talk about this a lot in my past videos. Don't get confused with, a relationship, having a boyfriend and a sugar daddy. It's too many different things out here. Like sugar daddy give you money. Boyfriend, is committed to you and supposed to love you and be faithful and all that kind of stuff. Husband, same thing. And he paid. So which one are you dating? Which one are you with? Who are you with? Why are you with them? Are you with them for their fidelity, their ability not to look at other women? Or are you with them for their money? Which one are you with them for? That's what you need to act like. You can always go get another guy if you want to be all lovey-dovey and stuff with him, but make sure he got enough money to do what he needs to do if you should become pregnant or whatnot. Don't ain't no broke man out here. Don't substitute one for the other. You know, I literally feel like if you're gonna mess with somebody on the side, make sure they have enough money to provide. Still, even if they're not trying to be in a committed relationship, and if you accidentally get pregnant and you want to keep the baby or whatnot, make sure your life still gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with nothing broke. You mess with anything broke, that's your fault. That's your fault. You lay down with brokenness. That's that. If whatever happens, it's your fault. Don't lay down with brokenness. You lay down with brokenness, it's not good. Shira, you speak of not caring about what men do. Hypothetically speaking, how would you react if a man who lustfully comments on women's bodies around us isn't respect around? Girl, I'm a lustfully comment on other men's bank accounts, money, and cars around him. Oh, look, he looked like he earned more money than you. Look at his car. It's nice. It's the new version. He tried to buy me a drink when I went to the restroom. I mean, he looked, but he got to pay. You can look and get paid. There's a difference. He's looking, but he got to pay if he want to take it past looking. Okay, you can look and get paid if you could take it there. Remember that you have more power. Sure, what strategy to use to get a man to buy you a house in your name? Fake pregnancy. We're gonna need a house. I need to put it in my name because you ain't gonna marry me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Yeah, that's the fastest way. It's a fast fake pregnancy scare. All right. Mm-hmm. Why? What? How to get a doctor you was intimate with years ago to spoil you now? Tell him tell him that you've been thinking about him a lot lately, and then the ball is in his court. If he wants you, he'll come get you, girl. He know the way to your heart. If it's through money, then so be it. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, BB, sprinkle, sprinkle. You married a Dusty for a green card. You leveled up for sure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got what you needed, didn't you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. What better than one sugar daddy, two sugar daddies? Okay. Okay. And I'm just trying to help y'all ladies out. There's a shortcut to everything in life. You don't have to take what I'm saying seriously. It's all funny, but at the same time, know your value, know your worth. Don't accept less. Men a lot of them will do what they need to do to get what they need to get to go where they need to go without a second thought. And women are sitting here contemplating whether they should do this and do that when men have been doing it for years. So what I'm saying is get your money, secure yourself, make sure you're happy, and then worry about everything else. Because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. If you don't love yourself, nobody else will. If you don't treat yourself like a priority, nobody else will. If you don't know what a real woman is, somebody will tell you, and you might not like it. So make your own definition of what a real woman is, and also stick to your standards. Don't bend them for anyone, and get your money. Make yours, save yours, and spend his. Okay. And a man who has plenty of money and understands that he is better to be wanted for his money than to be wanted for his virtue, his morality, his fidelity, his ability to love, and his ability to remember things when they're supposed to be remembered. It's much easier just to hand over that money than to do all of that other stuff. Okay? Because he ain't going to be able to do it. Believe. Not consistently, but that paycheck is consistent. Okay? That money is consistent, but he's not going to be as consistent as you would need him to be if that's all the relationship were based on. So that's why it is very necessary for a man to be a provider, because he's going to fall short everywhere else. So we need that. He needs that little pad of money to keep him tolerable. Okay. Tracy, what? You say you sick of dusties. Then hang around areas where no dusties can afford. All right. Sure. Can you do an improv date for meeting out with a potential? It's just gonna be like meeting out with everybody else, baby. I'm just gonna be me, and if you like me, like me. If you don't, you don't. You're gonna have fun, or you're gonna go home. You gonna love me for life, or you ain't gonna love me at all. Like I'm take it or leave it type of woman. You don't like me, you're not gonna like me. You don't like me from the start, you're not gonna like me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna grow on you. Either you like me or you don't. I don't waste time. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't waste time. Either you like me like that or you don't. Either we clicking or we're not, because I can go get another one. So that's how I feel like most people need to act. If you're not that confident in yourself, if you don't have a personality, if you're boring, plain and dry, work on a personality or work on an act. Either way, do something. Because no one wants to sit on a date and just stare at each other and not say anything. Develop a personality. Develop something to talk about. Know who you are. Have your standards. Walk in the room like you're, with main character energy. This is the best thing I can tell you. Because if you walk in on a date and this guy's like, you're the prize, you're the winner, period. Okay? You're the guest of honor. You don't need to impress him. Showing up that's how you impress him. Showing up. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Show up. He's supposed to work to impress you. If he can't do that, he don't want you. You know what I'm saying? There is no certain way to impress a man. They're impressing you. If you're doing it backwards, you're doing it backwards. Show up. That's the best thing to do to impress him, is to show up. Show up to the date. Look good. He's got to do the rest. You respond to whatever he's talking about, however you feel like responding to it. But don't allow them to make you drop your standards, or get off track in what you want and what you believe. You still got to be ready for rejection. It's never rejection for me. You know what I'm saying? If a man's rejecting me, we don't click. It's not rejection to me. We don't click. It's not clicking. You know, because first of all, if the word rejection, how can you be rejected when somebody over here waiting for you to hurry up and get off that date? First of all, how can it be rejection when somebody over here hoping your date go wrong so they got a chance? It's not rejection, it's next. Think about it. Got to have options. So many people are sitting here talking about, what about rejection? Rejection is only for somebody ain't got nobody else waiting. Y'all ain't got nobody else waiting in line for y'all? Then y'all might be rejected. Okay, ejected. They're ejected onto the next. Okay, keep that in mind. You're never rejected if you have other people waiting in line for you, baby. Okay, it's just next. How do you cut a man off that's always calling you? Tell him your phone got cut off and he can't. You ain't gonna be able to talk to him unless he pay that bill and send him a cash app request. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Aria, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Thank you, girl. And it's our perspective in life that molds and shapes our confidence. If you say rejection, I say next. If you say, the man is not going to do that for you, I'm going to say, because he can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's about your level of confidence in yourself on how you perceive the world around you. I mean, Dusty's do it all the time. Think about it. Broke men do it all the time. So what's the difference? Okay. How to prevent yourself from getting bored on a date? Should you suggest drink? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, don't get drunk, but get a little tipsy. You know, maybe talk about something that's not normal subjects on a date. Get into the interesting. How do you go out with a sugar daddy if your boyfriend has your location, your boyfriend has money but doesn't pay your bills? Okay, leave your phone somewhere. Get you another phone. How he gonna have your location if your phone at home? He gonna think you at home. Tell him you sleep. Or go leave the phone at your mama house. Cousin, brother, sister, church, somewhere. Have two phones. Okay. Don't men have that same thing? They got two phones? Leave the phone at home. Take your other phone. I left my phone. I'm so stupid. What about men that dangle marriage? If they ain't dangling no ring, they ain't dangling no marriage. Okay. I'm not I'm not listening to no words about marriage unless I got a diamond ring on my finger. Then we can talk about some marriage. Okay. You can't dangle marriage without a ring. I'm not gonna believe nothing you say till I got a ring on my finger. It can be an engagement ring, but I'm not gonna even consider the word marriage until I got a ring. You can talk all you want. Where my ring? Okay, so you decide to dangle marriage. I'm gonna dangle this ring and I'm gonna keep it. If you decide to keep your marriage proposal, I'm keeping this ring. It's fair, right? So he ain't dangling nothing. And I would literally, I get mad at people who dangle stuff or talk about stuff that they're not ever intending on doing. I tell them, you know what? Tell me about it when it's done. Tell me about it when you put a ring on my finger or this and that. Let's talk about something else. I quickly change the subject because a lot of people will talk and not deliver. So I don't want to hear your talk. Either you give me the ring or you shut it up. Period. What as soon as they mention the word marriage, I'm talking about let's go to the jewelry store. I'm ready to pick up my ring. Now, don't wait. Like as soon as they start mentioning anything, money, whatever you need. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Tell them what you need. Send them a link. Send them cash app link. Da, da, da. Oh, we might can get married. Let's go to jewelry store. You know, Put your money where your mouth is, sir. They'll less likely do it in the future if they know you're about that action. Y'all be sitting there like y'all listening to a story. Okay, I want to live the story. Let's go. Okay, y'all could tell stories all day. Let's go live the story. Get in the car. Let's go to the jewelry shop. Go get the ring. Do you watch? No, I don't watch. I don't watch Housewives. I tried. It was some of it was too ratchet or boring. I'm like, nah. Mm-mm. Okay. You said make them do what they say. Exactly. As soon as they say it, start on your way of letting them prove it to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. You said babies will be on the rise in 2024. Well, don't sleep with nothing broken. So will your paycheck. I mean, and so will your bank account. Okay. Let me tell you, ladies, babies are going to be on the rise in 2024. Make sure you're sleeping with rich men so your bank account is also on the rise. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't sleep with nothing. Don't sleep with no one whose child support you can't live off of. How about that? Bet you they won't be on the rise then unless that bank account on the rise. That's a rule that y'all should make for yourselves as women, period. Um, a guy wants gift from you on third date. I'm not comfortable. Should I ask him to cancel? I don't want him talking about this on the date. Girl, I told you Dollar Tree. Go to the Dollar Tree, get him a nice gift, wrap it up really nice, and give it to him. What are you talking about? He didn't say what he wants. Just give him something from the Dollar Tree. Give him a flashlight or something. I don't know. Find him something that look expensive from the Dollar Tree. Wrap it up. Tell him you look very hard and long and took a lot of thought. Write him a nice card with it. Put it in some nice letters and your best penmanship and put it in a nice envelope. Spray it with some perfume. Put it in a nice little gift bag. Get you a nice little ribbon and give it to him. And say, before you give it to him, say, you know what? I hope you really like this. I put a lot of thought into it. And, you know, I just hope you really like it. And then give it to him. You said a keychain. There you go. Five Below or Dollar Tree, whichever you feeling generous, go to Five and Below. There you go. There you go. They got nice pens at the Dollar Tree with the little stylus on it. You can give them a pen and a keychain, wrap it up real nice in some gold like foil paper. Tell them you got it somewhere else. Wrap it up all fancy. Get a little card. Write it. Spray some cologne and a perfume in it, and wrap the bag all up nice. Tell them it came from an exclusive store somewhere in a mall, and just give it to them. It costs you $2. You think it costs you like 40, 50. Give them that Dollar Tree stylus pen with that Dollar Tree keychain and keep it moving. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are women. Y'all know how to make stuff look pretty. Okay, y'all know how to make stuff look cute. Get y'all wrapping skills together, and gift bag, the ribbon situation going, and nice card. If it looks expensive, you're gonna think it's expensive. Okay. Okay. What if we have chemistry and we fall in love? Um, you ever seen two homeless people in love outside shivering at the bus stop? It's a beautiful thing. Okay. But I would rather be in a house warm, learning to love. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he can't afford your love, then how can you fall in love? I'm not getting it. How do you stop feeling nervous around attractive, high quality men? If you're not an attractive, quality woman, then you should feel nervous. I don't feel nervous around nobody. Look, level up, baby. Level up to the point where they should feel nervous around you. Get your confidence on the level that you feel nervous around no one. You are who you are. That's what you are. It may a little nervous is normal when you first meet someone, but after that you should be fine. I'm not nervous around anybody. Look, if you know that you're the prize, why would you be nervous? Never be nervous. And I'm getting ready to go in a few minutes. So, yeah, if y'all need to ask some more questions to kind of, wrap this up, put them out there. I'm out in a few minutes. Okay. So, I think we need to really work on our self esteem as women and stop doubting and doing things backwards when it comes to men and realize that you are the prize. They are there to impress you, and everything will most likely be easier after you think like that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She, a rich man, approached you, asked you for your number, said he's not looking for anything. Should I be turned off? No, you should be learning because that's exactly what women should be saying to men. Does this mean he want fun time only? Hmm. And you say the same thing. Good, because I'm not looking for anything either, unless it can improve my life. Or I'm not looking for anything special either. That's what you say. I'm not looking for anything in particular either. Let's just see where this goes. It might go to the mall. It might go to the ATM. It might go to the bank. That means you're up to play the game. Okay. And it may not go to marriage. It may not go to a relationship. But I bet you'll get to the ATM faster. And, you know, he probably married, girl. Get your money. Will men still be attracted if women have illnesses? Girl, I don't know. Don't tell them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shoot, they might be attracted to your life insurance. Getting on that beneficiary statement, you better just. People keep stuff private. Like, just don't talk too much. Like, you want to tell your whole life story, write a book and sell it, okay? And autograph it and give it to them on the first date. Why y'all want to tell y'all life story? You know what I'm saying? Keep stuff private. Get your money, okay? Because literally, that's what y'all be doing. Y'all be like, on the first date, hi, my name is such and such. Here's my life story. Here's everything you want to know about me so you know how to play me and make it look dumb and stupid. Here you go. That's what y'all be doing. Y'all be giving y'all whole life entirely. I got 20 kids. Here go my whole life story. Now do what you want. Oh, woe is me. Why did that man do that to me? Because you made him. You gave him all the information. You took all the mystery out of yourself. You told him everything he wanted to know and stuff he didn't want to know. Stop talking. Y'all shut it up. Like they need to drag stuff out of y'all like y'all have to drag stuff out of them. You know, stop telling your whole life story. I could, I couldn't imagine being on a date with somebody telling me their whole life story. First of all, I'm gonna think you lying on half of it, and the other half I'm not listening because I'm bored to death. You said telling him your trauma will make him upset and use it against you. Who in the world gonna go tell somebody about their trauma? If you wasn't in no war, if you wasn't in a government experiment, shut up. Okay? Shut it up. Nobody cares. I know I don't. Nobody else care either. Unless they want to use it against you. Unless you fought in the World War and you a veteran or one of them other wars, or you was a government experiment, shut up. Nobody cares. I promise you. Nobody cares because I know I don't. I promise you I don't. I pretend I care, but I don't care. And neither do they. And that's the faster you learn that, the faster you'll get your money and move forward because no one cares about your pain. No one cares about your trauma. No one cares about what you've been through except for you. The faster you realize that, the faster you can move on and get your money and get to the next level. Okay. And, so many people relive their trauma and pain by talking about it so much. You might as well go back in time and relive it as much as you talk about it. Shut up or move on. Write a book, do something. Write a book. If you want to relive it and want others to relive it by reading your book, write a book. But don't tell everybody you meet about some trauma because they don't care. In fact, a lot of people that lead with trauma and say, well, what, about trauma and trauma, that means that's your identity now. That's who you are. You have no personality besides what your trauma has caused you to become. That's you. You're not even, you don't even have your own personality anymore. So stop leading with trauma. Lead with what you want instead. Get that money, girl. Lead with money. This is what I want. This is what I need. I'm a real woman. I know what I want. You keep leading with trauma, that's what you want. More. What to do when men stare at you but don't approach? What should you do? A lot of men aren't going to approach, depending on where you are. If you're not in a social environment where it's okay to approach, most men aren't going to approach unless they just can't resist you. So if you're in a social setting where men are supposed to approach, they most likely will. If you're just walking around like all willy-nilly and you're in the store or something, most men with money are not going to approach you in a store. They're going to wait till you're in a social setting, a happy hour, at a bar, lunch at a bar or in a nice restaurant. They're not going to approach you shopping unless, they don't think that they're ever going to be able to top you in any sort of way by meeting someone as nice looking as you. So depending on where you are, it's like most men with money are not like Dusty's. They don't approach you at the gas station. They don't approach you at Walmart. They're not going to approach you at the Target. They're not going to approach you, in certain places. They're going to, when they dress nice, they put on a little cologne, they get dressed, they go out to have a drink or go to happy hour, and they feel like being social. That's when they're going to most likely approach you. So Dusty's approach anywhere because they're desperate. You have to learn the difference. You go out and be seen, be nice. Sometimes men don't go out to approach women. They actually go out just to have a drink. And if they see you in there a couple times and they say, okay, well, she's kind of cute. I've seen her in a few times before. Maybe I'll go talk to her this time. But if you go in there once looking around at everybody who's opening the door, trying to see who's coming in, you look desperate. You look like you're looking for something. And, that's a red flag to some men. So what you need to do is, be a nice looking regular at a upscale place, and if when people see you and they're like, I've seen her around here before, I wonder what her story is. She looks interesting. Da, 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 da. then they could approach. But most men that have money are not going to just approach the first thing they see because they have options. So you have to understand that they don't approach like Dusty. Dusty's approach anything. Okay. Okay. So they're more selective. Become a regular at a nice place. See what happens. Is there ever a moment when you would approach a man, ask them questions, sparkle? Yeah, if they don't think that you're into them, like if there's a huge age gap, yes, definitely easy to strike up a conversation with an old man by asking them questions because obviously they're older and wiser and they might have the answer. And if you ask them a question first, they know that you're probably interested in date older men. But if they try to come on to you, they might feel like a pervert or something like that. So you need to ask questions first if they're old because they might think you're not attracted to them. Okay. Sheila, how do you successfully finesse a man without them getting control over you with their money? Invest their money back into yourself so you have control over yourself with their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Basically, take their money that they're giving you, start your own business, or invest it in something to where it grows and it's yours. Okay. That way they can't say nothing if you making money off of their money. It's like, you know what? Whatever, I got money. You know that little money you gave me? I started a business and I flipped your money 20 times. Say what you want. Be a smart gold digger. Don't be a stupid gold digger. Like, there's nothing worse than a dumb gold digger. Most gold diggers are smart because they have a plan. When they go in for that money, they have a plan for that money. If you just getting money to buy a purse, you're not really a gold digger. You're just, you're playing a game, but you're not really investing in yourself. Okay. Gold diggers aren't broke after they break up with whatever sugar daddy they with. They got some side business, they got something going on, they got another one waiting. That's a real gold digger. Gold diggers don't go broke after they break up. Remember that. So invest your money back into yourself. Best guys you've ever met approached after seeing me multiple times in the same place. Yep. Sure, how to talk normal to celebrity with crazy following. I'm a fan of him too, but trying to act cool. Like I said, treat everybody the same, baby. Honestly, if you treat everyone the same, you don't have no problem. If they have a crazy following, they had a crazy following, okay? And half of them people that's following them, they're not ever going to give the time of day to. So who cares? Or not even 90% of those people. They're not ever going to meet them. They're not going to get the time of day. So who cares? Have anyone ever been on? Okay, y'all talking to each other. What? What do you think about married women chasing young boy band members? Girl, you chasing a young boy band member, girl? YOLO, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you could catch him, good. Actually, sure. What if he prefers a coffee date at first meet? Then he prefer to meet by himself and get stood up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The heck? If you say coffee, I'm saying, you know what? Cough in. Goodbye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No. Are you worth? Are you gonna get all dressed up and cute to go sit down and sip some bean juice? Literally. Okay. That's all you worth. Let me wake up and get dressed and put in my best effort, waste my gas to go drive and sit down and drink some bean juice with this man to impress him. Does that even sound sane? Your lip stick costs more than that dang bean juice. The gas is going to take you to go over there costs more than some dang bean juice. Okay? The electricity that you use to do your hair and your makeup costs more than that dang bean juice. What are you doing? You basically paying him to be seen out in public with him if you go for coffee. No. He's so adamant about this coffee shop. Unless he own it, I'm not going. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him y'all can go for coffee after y'all have dinner if he's so adamant. You say he has friends there? Well, he must work there or something, girl, but no. He got the employee discount. He trying to be cheap on a date? No. Unless he owns the coffee place? No. He said, I'd love to go out with you, but I don't drink coffee. I really love sushi, though. Exactly. Um, these men know women don't like coffee dates. They know. They got to know by now. It's been a long time. You know, I've had this video up called Do Not Go on Coffee Dates or something like that, or Say No to Coffee Dates for probably over 10 years. Men know women do not like coffee dates. Okay. They know this. They know they don't like coffee dates. They know. They know. So when they ask you on a coffee date, it is an insult. Okay. If you go on coffee, they win. And they win at insulting you. They know your self-esteem low if you get up and go to that coffee date, lady. No. What to do? What do you think about getting cute and going to Home Depot looking lost and confused? It sounds like a plan to me. Go to the rich area. All right. Went to a coffee date months ago. I regretted it so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, Tell him he's boring if you suggest coffee dates. You could take yourself on a coffee date. Okay. You say he on his third divorce? The guy girls he's married to left him? Hmm? You say you gonna stop and get coffee on the way to the date? You said you was stupid and paid travel expensive to meet a surgeon out of the state and hotel too. He didn't pay to off. He didn't offer to pay, but I'm so mad because it wasn't worth it. He ghosted me and literally no reason. Because you paid. If you had made him pay, he wouldn't have ghosted you because he would have been too invested. You see, he'd be like, "Dang, I spent money on tickets, hotel fare, fake dogs being boarded." Shopping after she came and said she lost her luggage. He would never have ghosted you if he had invested thousands of dollars in you. That's why you gotta make them pay. But also, I wouldn't spend my own money trying to do nothing anyway. Unless you were already going to wherever he lived, I'm not traveling for nobody special. Um you were doing too much. Like you were too desperate. And no offense, but if he would have paid, he would have stayed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do men try to insult women with coffee date? Just to see how much you love yourself. I mean, that's the only reason I can think of. Is how much this lady love herself. She gonna go on coffee with me? She gonna take coffee from me, or is she gonna expect more? How much does she love herself? How desperate is she? No. Um, you know better than to play on that on your intelligence. Okay. The surgeon guy is engaged to some foreign girl now that isn't even attractive or leveled up as me. With she probably making him spend money, girl. Sparkle, sparkle. Y'all have to think about this. It's not about how it's how manly you make them feel and how much you love yourself is what they're attracted to. Most surgeons and doctors are narcissists. Okay. Um, they like to be the one that shines. They like to be the one in control and all this kind of stuff. You're gonna date a surgeon or a doctor. You gotta be like, well, I can't do anything for myself. You have to do all of this, and that. You gotta buy my plane ticket. You gotta pay my hotel. You gotta buy my lost luggage. Because then they feel like they have something to hold over you. And then when you get tired of them, you ghost them. If you don't want to deal with them anymore. Or they've invested so much money, they're still gonna deal with you. So you need to make them spend money. That's the key. It's not about being a gold digger, it's about investments. Mm-hmm. The old lady Mew, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hey, sure, if you were in living in the Wild West cowboy days, which would you be? Pastor wife, madam of a saloon, medicine woman, the other Sprinkle Sprinkle. You're the best. All of them. Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'll be all of them. Because who gonna mess with me then? All of the above. I'm getting all the money, baby. I'm getting the congregation money, the saloon money, that medicine money, and that other money. How you doing? Okay. hmm You dated a doctor who turned out to be cheap. He told your car was towed and asked him for help getting it out. He declined. Then he invited me to his house. I ghosted him. Now he bought VIP tickets to my event. Oh my goodness. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh well. At least he paid you. He said pastors don't take money from the congregations, they give it to the Lord. Well, then that's going to be my nickname then. The Lord. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Coffee date are a test of low self esteem. Yes. Assure everything is okay. I'm laughing about the coffee date conversation you are having with your friends. Okay, wonderful. Sure, if a guy really likes me, will he offer money by himself from the day one? He will offer help, assistance in anything you need, and then if you're smart, you will collect on that as soon as possible, which is the same day. Okay. There you go. I think some men actually enjoy coffee dates, but then women go look like a clown with all that makeup. Huh? Honestly, okay, that I don't know if you're a woman or a man with that statement, but all I can say is men enjoy coffee dates because they're cheap. Women don't enjoy coffee dates because they're cheap. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Men love it the same reason women hate it. It's not worth their time and energy. How to capitalize off a man that wants to show you off. Um, don't get shown off until he's covered you in clothing, jewelry, and things to show you off with. I have nothing to wear. I just washed my clothes and there was a lipstick in my pocket. I have nothing to wear. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start crying. Let him show you off on his dime in his clothes that he buys you. You say you felt like the surgeon was the highest value guy you met. Your dad was a doctor. His family is rich. Oh, his dad was a doctor. Okay, well, if he had all that money, he would have flew you out and boarded your fake dogs. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. That means he would have did anything you wanted him to if he had money. High value doesn't mean he's going to spend money. Okay, and that's why I don't deal with high value. If you already label him high value, he ain't got to work for that title, baby. He's not high value until he paying. Period. I don't even use the word high value because it's stupid. That means you're gonna give him a title before he even earn it. Get your money, girl. Get your money. I don't care what he do. He cut open people, slice and dice. Okay. And is he giving you money? Is your bills paid? He could save a life, steal organs, do whatever he got to do. But is he paying for you? Then he's nothing. I'm not getting ready to hop on no plane for a fake title that I gave someone who didn't even earn it. Y'all need to lay down that little title, high value, because you're giving titles to people who haven't earned it. How are they high value? Did they pay them high value bills that's collecting on your table? That's in the mailbox. Did they pay that? Did they pay all the bills? Did they pay your highest bill? Did they earn that title? Why are you giving them titles they have not earned? You giving them a title when they don't even deserve it. Stop doing that. Man, prove yourself. There you go. Man, impress me. That's it. If you can't do that, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not high value until you prove it. And see, this is the trick that men did to y'all. This is the trick that y'all fell for. This is the okie doke. They gave themselves the title that they wanted you to see them as when they presented themselves as that, but didn't do anything to prove it. No, prove it. You're not even going to, no matter how much you do for me, you're never going to be high value. You're just going to be valuable to me. That's it. You're going to have a value to me because you come through on your word. You did it. Great. You have a value. I'm not automatically going to label somebody something they haven't proved yet. What are we doing? We need to stop this. Get that word and throw it away because it's setting you up. Get that phrase and throw it away because it sets you up for failure. As you can see, don't do it. It's not worth it. Why would you want someone what? Um, and I didn't mean to be so hard on you guys, but y'all killing me with that. Well, y'all ain't killing me. Y'all killing yourselves with that high value crap because y'all keep falling for the okey doke. Like I will never label somebody high value. Either you are because you are, or you ain't. I don't have to label you. You're gonna come through and you're gonna prove yourself, and you don't need a label. If I give you a label, then you don't have to prove yourself because you've already gotten the label. So why? Why would I label somebody high value and they haven't proved it? Oh, how do I get a high value man? Take high off in front of the word value and make him prove himself? That's how. You said there's a difference between high earning and high value. I'm trying to tell you there's no such thing as a high value man. I'm trying to tell y'all won't listen. There's no such thing as a high value man because they haven't proven themselves to you. If they've paid every bill since day one, if they have done everything in their power to please you and done everything for you, so you ask for nothing, and then you label them high value, they're gonna stop doing what they gotta do. So there is no such thing as a high value man. There is a valuable man who will continue to keep his value. But that's it. Y'all, they tricked y'all. And I'm trying to help y'all. Stop going with that high value stuff because it's a trick. It's walking in as if they've already done something when they've done nothing. Valuable man is all I need. Okay? Y'all remember that. A valuable man is all I need. Because if I already give you the label, you ain't got to work for it. You said Dollar Tree and coffee date, I'll buy it. So you said he been paying bills since day one. For real? And when Kylie Jenner gives Travis expensive cars, does she give pick me vibes or is it normal for rich people? Um, I'm sorry, but if I was that rich, the car would always be in my name. He could drive it maybe, but it ain't gonna be his car. It's gonna be my car. Okay, I'm not buying no grown man nothing. I think even if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't do that. You got to chase me, baby. I'm sorry. I'm not buying you no car. I'll buy you a model of a car. I'll buy you a keychain. But you ain't getting no whole car out of me. Unless I'm donating to the charity in your name and it's a tax write off and we can do it like that. But no. All right. These celebrities are weird and they always put men on pedestals. Okay. I don't know how I feel like if I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to date as a celebrity or not. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she was in love. I don't know. But I have no idea. So I can't even answer that question. Okay. You don't know how to ask in my culture is considered rude and I'm shy. Well, then be rude, baby. Somebody got to break the mold. In every culture, it's rude. You just have to stick with being okay with being rude. You have to just be okay with being rude. That's literally okay. It's rude for a man to ask you to sleep with him before he takes you out on a date or wants to spend money on you, but they be doing it. Just be comfortable with being rude. That's all I can tell you. Shira, how does one learn to stop people pleasing? Please yourself instead, and don't worry about what they need from you. Worry about what you need from them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, did I discuss warning signs in men's dating profiles? I read them daily. They are really funny. Um, I'm sure they are funny. That means they date a lot, and they have lots of women that they date that are on rotation. That means you are not the only one. They will be scrolling. After you go on a date with them, they'll probably be out with another woman from the same dating site the next day. That's what that means. Unless you're something very special, they'll be back on the dating site the next day out with another woman, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. hmm But it goes that y'all do want protection. You just don't want what from? Hmm? I don't know what that means. If it takes long, I don't want it anymore. Okay, I see. Um, all right, so I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Thank y'all so much, everybody who donated. I really appreciate y'all. You said, would I ever be with a narcissist long term? Yeah, because I would flip the script, sprinkle, sprinkle. When, would a narcissist be with a narcissist long term? Is the question you should ask. And I keep telling y'all that. If you meet a narcissist, be a narcissist with them. That's simple. Y'all be doing the least. Y'all go to bed. Y'all sleep tight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ajani. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Member in the house. Y'all become a member if y'all want those cute level up emojis. Queen Sun, thank you for being a member. Commenting, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all for everyone who donated. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Y'all click subscribe if you're new. Y'all hit that little notification bell so y'all know when I go live, and share the video. Put it on your community section of your YouTube and share the message. Thank y'all, everyone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.